This is a highly advanced alien civilization. They travel through the universe, searching for planets that are rich in resources, and then consume them to build up their power. 20 years ago, they sent pioneers to Earth, and mankind won. The people used the technology left behind by the aliens to build an advanced Earth defense system and build defense bases throughout the solar system. But today, the alien prisoners at Area 51 suddenly became excited. In the last 20 years, Jack's been ordered to go to Central Africa and find out what's going on. Here, there's an alien ship that landed 20 years ago, and right underneath it, there's a drill mark right underneath the ship. Upon entering the interior of the ship, Jack found that the system activated itself and sent a distress signal out of the solar system. Earth's position has been compromised, and all civilians who had contact with the aliens have seen a circular symbol in their minds. At the same time, over the moon base, a giant vortex appeared. The base immediately sounded a red alert. The next second, a spherical ship appeared from the center of the vortex. It's very similar to the circle symbol. Jack thinks that the design and technology of this ship is different from the alien civilization that attacked Earth. But after what we learned last time, the leaders agreed to attack first.
Take him out, Commander.
The spherical device was successfully shot down and crashed in a crater on the back of the moon, but no sign of life was detected. Jack ignored his superiors' objections. He followed a team of explorers to the crash site, where they found a tractor with a white sphere. Jack planned to take it back to Area 51, but just then, a huge alien spacecraft appeared. It's 4,800 kilometers in diameter. It's 10 times the size it was 20 years ago. The gravitational pull of the ship tore through the moon. The moon's surface was filled with sand. Meteorites flew up. In a moment of crisis, Jack and his team managed to grab the tractor, but the shuttle suddenly lost control. The base immediately activated its laser cannons to counterattack, but the alien ship has a strong shield. As soon as the alien ship's energies had gathered, they immediately activated their heavy weapons. And they destroyed the space defenses. Such a powerful alien civilization, how can humans be a match for them? Luckily, Jack and his friends are hiding under the ship. They're safe for now, but the Earth is not so lucky. Wherever the ship went, it was reduced to ashes. Jack and his team used the gravitational pull of the loop. Jack and his team managed to escape the danger. Eventually, the ship sucked in the Earth and covered the entire Atlantic Ocean. The East Coast was devastated. The president saw what happened. He rushed to the base. He locked himself in a lab. He had a face-to-face meeting with the aliens.
She has arrived.
The aliens became even more agitated. At the moment of crisis, John drew his knives and stabbed the alien in the back. At the same time, the aliens began to attack the ocean floor. The holes are 6 kilometers in diameter. Jack realizes that the aliens are targeting the core of the ocean. Once the core is destroyed, the Earth's magnetic field will immediately disappear, and then the atmosphere will evaporate, will destroy all life on Earth. But Jack speculates, if the ship is really a honeycomb structure, there must be a queen bee in the center. If we destroy the queen bee and destroy all the aliens, they're using bombers with cold fusion warheads to destroy the queen bee. The clock is ticking. All the pilots are ready to go. It's a battle against an alien civilization. In the face of an alien onslaught, countless fighters have fallen. Bull immediately commanded the fleet to adjust its formation. Then they all swooped down. They must ensure that the bombardment team into the alien mothership. But just then, a swarm of fighters launched a surprise attack on them. After a fierce battle, the bombardment team used a gap in the side of the ship, successfully entered the alien mothership's interior. But what they didn't know, this was a trap set by the aliens. The engines of all the fighters malfunctioned at the same time. They used advanced technology to freeze all the nuclear warheads. In this moment of crisis, Will decided to take a gamble. He asked headquarters to manually detonate the bombs, but they underestimated the aliens' defenses. The bomb's power was instantly overwhelmed by the energy. The only hope left was this spherical device. The doctor immediately grabbed the cutter. He cut right through it, but the solid steel door still won't budge. He had no choice. The doctor got a laser gun from 20 years ago. The door was easily cut through. A white ball appeared. The white sphere spoke. It turns out that thousands of years ago, predators used the same method, destroyed their planet in the same way. As the only survivor, the white ball has the technology of an entire civilization, capable of creating the secret weapon to defeat the marauders. But there's not much time left for them, because the queen bee had already detected his position. And she's on her way. Everyone was terrified. Only Jack calmly came up with a plan to hide the white ball in the isolation room, and then install the signal transmitter on a tractor fuel shield with cold fusion bombs and then lure the Wind Queen into no man's land. Once he gets close to the tractor, he'll use the shield generator to detonate the bomb. That way, the Queen Bee is eliminated and the base won't be damaged. But now there's another problem. Since they destroyed the satellite, they've destroyed the satellites. So someone has to do it manually. It's suicide. But what's a personal sacrifice in the face of the fate of mankind? Former President Tom put on a flight suit. He says he's the best man for the job. He wants to do what he did 20 years ago. He wanted to be remembered as the man who did it 20 years ago. The pilot woke up from his coma to find war all around him. There were aliens everywhere. He quickly untied the rope and dove under the water and held his breath for 3 minutes. That's how he escaped the search of the aliens. Inside this giant alien ship, there's a perfect ecological cycle. Then they broke into the center area. They were going to steal the alien fighters. In order to buy time for everyone, Jack took the initiative to say hello to the aliens.
Excuse me, down here.
And left evidence of his visit. This operation successfully angered the aliens.
You don't. Should have kept running.
At the moment of crisis, Will successfully activated the alien fighter in time to help Jack out of danger. After a dangerous chase, they managed to escape. The base is now facing the attack of the Queen Bee. This will be the final battle for human civilization.
I ask that all of you pray for us. No matter our differences, we are all one people.
Tens of thousands of warships are coming up, heavy weapons and impenetrable shields. Humans have no power to fight back, but Tom is on his way. If we hold out a little longer, we may have a chance to win. Haley was right behind him. She's escorting her father herself. Under the cover of her daughter, the president made it into the Queen Bee's mothership. Then Jack activated his shields. The president detonated the bomb. But just as he was about to rejoice, the turret suddenly collapsed. The aliens are still fighting, which means the Queen Bee hasn't been destroyed.
Oh my god, she has her own shield.
The Queen Bee rises from the rubble. Weapons are hitting his hard shields. It has no effect. The Queen Bee's tentacles can easily destroy a fighter jet. Jack's school bus is running for its life under the Queen Bee's feet. Jack's life is in danger. Patty is stepping up her attack. Concentrate your fire. She's firing in the Queen Bee's face. She is finally able to break through the Queen Bee's shield. But his plane is also hit by a tentacle. Patty's flying through the air. Luckily, he was able to activate his ejection seat. But that's not all. The Queen Bee is coming at Patty again, and in that moment of crisis, Jack arrives. He joins Will and Charlie in concentrating their fire, destroying the Queen Bee's weapons. Then the Queen Bee sends out a signal. The enemy planes have formed a huddle. They're forming a strong protective shield. They're slowly approaching the base. The Queen Bee climbs to the roof. She punched through the concrete slab. She's got the white sphere. The moment of truth. AB quickly turned on the thrusters. They went into fusion mode. They disrupted the alien fleet's formation. At the same time, Will realized the Queen Bee's weakness is in the tentacles on her back. They're firing on the tentacles. They launched a heavy attack on the tentacles. As they run out of ammo, the Queen Bee is weakening. Her body emerges from her shell and eventually collapsed in the desert. The death of the Queen Bee left all the aliens powerless. The drills over the Atlantic stopped working. Humans have won again, and the white sphere is intact. With his help, human civilization's technology will once again be enhanced. In the near future, humanity will be able to realize interstellar travel technology. We'll be able to reach the Predator's base.
Take the fight to them. When do we leave?